Hello everyone, in this tutorial we are going to cover the basic networking concepts, how to configure basic IPv4 networking on Red Hat Enterprise Linux systems. So before going through all the commands, we need to learn the terminology which will be used in Red Hat systems. So let's go through that terminology first and the basic concepts. I have written everything. So in Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7, I have written 7 because it used to be in a different way in the previous versions. So in Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7, the configuration of network interfaces is managed by the system daemon called Network Manager, right? So nmcli, or you can say Network Manager, it is a daemon that monitors and manages the network settings, right? So for Network Manager, these are the things which we need to remember. First thing is that a device is a network interface. Means your NIC card, your device will be called network interface in this. Right. So a connection is a collection of settings that can be configured for a device. Means for one device, or you can say for one interface, you can create multiple settings, and each setting will be called a connection, right? These can be called as profiles also, but in this terminology it is called connection, right? So only one connection can be active at one device, for one device at a time. Means multiple connections can exist, but at one time only one type of setting will be applied to the device, right? So one connection will be applicable to one interface at one time. Multiple connections may exist, these can exist for use by different devices, or to allow a configuration to be altered for the same device, but at one time one connection will be applied to one network interface. And every connection, for the identification, it will have a name or identity that will identify it. And the the configuration files of all the connections that will be stored in this path. So this path is very much important: /etc/sysconfig/network script. This is the path which will contain the configuration files of all the connections, and they will be having name like ifcfg and then hyphen the name of connection, right? So etc sysconfig network scripts ifcfg hyphen name, where name is the name of the connection, right? So in order to change the settings, in order to change the connections, you can use the commands. You can use nmcli command, or you can edit this file by hand if desired. You can open this file by using vim editor, and then you can do the editing, right? So that same thing is written over here. nmcli utility can be used to create and edit the connection files from the shell prompt, or you can use vim editor on any editor. So these are the things which we need to remember. First thing is the device is network interface, connection is profile, or you can say settings, and at one time one connection will be applied to one device, right? And the configuration files are stored in /etc sysconfig network scripts. Okay, now let's go through the commands. So first thing is how to know the IP address of our system. That is done by using these commands. You can use any of these commands: IP space A space S. This will also display your IP address: IP space ADDR space show IP space A, or ifconfig. These commands are going to display you your IP address, right? And I have also written the commands which we will be using for the configuration of networking or IPv4 networking, right? So these are the commands. We will execute all of them one by one. So the commands are, first thing is nmcli space dev space show. If you run this command, it is going to display you the devices of the networking devices. You can say your interfaces it is going to display. And if you run nmcli dev status, it is going to display that whether the device is connected to your system or not, it is configured or not, right? And if you execute nmcli con show, that will display you the profiles, the networking profiles, or you can say the connections which we have just studied. That connection is the settings, collection of settings. So if you run nmcli con show, it is going to display you all the connections. And nmcli con show hyphen hyphen active will display only that connection which is currently applied to the interface, right? And if you want to apply a connection to the device, then for that nmcli con up and then name of the connection. If you run this command, then this particular connection, this profile will be applied to the device for which it is configured, right? If you want to bring down the connection, then nmcli con down and then name of the connection, right? So let's execute these commands first. So first of all, if you run nmcli dev show, it will display you the devices. So device ENO16, this is the name of one device and this is the name of second device, and both of them are disconnected at the moment, and this is loopback. So these are the devices which are being displayed and none of them is connected. Okay, so if I run nmcli con show, that is going to display the connections, right? So one connection is this and the second connection is office. These connections are existing at a time, at the moment. So in order to bring up a connection, we need to run nmcli con up and then name of the connection. You can use tab. So nmcli con up and then name of the connection. When you press enter, then this connection is going to be applied to the network interface, to the device, right? So if I write nmcli dev show, then it is displaying that this device is now connected, right? And this is the IP address, this is DNS, and this is the gateway address. So it has, these settings are being are now applied to the device, right? So if you run command nmcli, then it is displaying that this device is connected to this connection, right? Don't get confused, this is the name of the device and this is the name of the connection. By default the names are same, and this is by default existing, and you can create more profiles also. We will execute that command also. So nmcli con show hyphen hyphen active, it will display that this connection is currently active and it is the Ethernet connection, and this is the device to which it is applied, right? Now let's go through that document again. So in case you want to take down this connection, you can use nmcli con down and then name of the connection, right? But we don't need it right now. So how to create a new connection, how to create a new profile? For that, nmcli con add con name, these are all clauses, these are the keywords, right? And this is the name of connection that you need to write. So nmcli con add con name and then the name of connection, type Ethernet, interface name, then name of the interface. So in this command here you specify that this is the connection which I am going to configure for this device. Multiple devices can exist, but to which device you want to apply this setting further, so you need to specify it. So we need to write nmcli con add con name, then name of the connection that you are going to generate, type Ethernet, and then if name, name of the interface, name of the device. Auto connect, no, I am writing because I don't want to want this connection to be connected automatically. The IP address which you want to give, and gateway, the address of the gateway, right? So I'm going to create a new connection with name class, nmcli con class is the name of connection I'm going to create, type Ethernet, if name, I have this device, auto connect, no, then IP4 192.168.159.137, let's say, and subnet mask, and then gateway for 192.168. So when you press enter, then it will display connection class is successfully added, right? So I have just created a new profile. So when you write nmcli con show, it is going to display this new connection in the output. So class connection is just created, but right now this is the connection which is connected to the device, right? So in case and by using this connection, what is my IP address? You can run IP space a command. So it is displaying that 192.168.159.211. This is the IP address, because in that connection this is the IP address which is specified, right? So if you write nmcli con down and then name of the connection, so this connection is taken down, and if you want to apply this connection to the device, then for that you have to write nmcli con up and then name of the connection is class, right? So IP space a. Now these settings are applied to the device, means the IP address is now 192.168.159.137. Address which is given statically, but if you want to assign address dynamically by using DHCP server, then for that you can edit this connection. So the connection can be edited in two ways. We studied that we can do that by using nmcli command, or we can open the configuration file which is in /etc/sysconfig. This is the path, and if you run ls command, it is going to display you all the connection configuration files. So ifcfg class which we have just created, its file is also created here. Are the configuration files of all the connections. So we can open these files also. ifcfg class. So I'm opening this file, and this is the configuration which is written, right? Type Ethernet, boot pro none, IP address, gateway. So these are the things which are written, right? So in case you want to edit this, you don't want to assign this IP address, but you want to assign the address dynamically, then we can do that by using commands or by editing this file. So let's do it by using command first. What you need to do, there is a command which is written here. Okay, so we are going to modify the connection. So for that you need to write nmcli con mod, then name of the connection, then ipv4.method space auto. Previously it is manual, right? But you want to assign this address by using DHCP. So you have to write IPv4.methodAuto and you need to modify the connection, and here we will specify the name of connection, right? So you will write nmcli con mod, then name of the connection, then IPv4.method space auto, right? And now if you open the file, then here is a line which is added, boot proto dhcp, right? So now the addresses will be assigned by using dhcp server. It can be same also, but now it is not assigned statically, right? So when you reload the connection, nmcli con reload class, and you check the IP address, it can be same also, but now it is assigned dynamically, right? So one way is this, that you can use this command nmcli con mod, then name of the connection, then IPv4.method auto. Second way is you can open the file and you can add this line, boot proto dhcp, right? And if you want to change it to static address again, then for that, this is the way, nmcli con mod name of the connection, then IPv4.method manual, and now you have to specify the IP addresses along with it. So you will write IPv4.addresses, then the IP address which you want to assign statically, right? So you can write nmcli con mod, then name of the connection, and IPv4 dot method manual 4 dot addresses 192.168.159, and you nmcli con up class, and you check the IP address. Now it is displaying, this is the IP address, right? Few more things which we can do are load the connection by using nmcli con reload, then name of the connection. You can delete a connection if for example, if you don't want a profile or the setting which is called connection in this on Dell, then name of the connection. Similarly, you can delete the devices also, you can disconnect the devices also, nmcli dev dis, then name of the device, right? And you can delete the device by using nmcli dev del, then name of the device, right? And for example, if I write nmcli conshow, it is displaying all the connections. For example, I don't want this connection, then nmcli con del and then name of the connection. So now these are the two connections which are existing in my system. You can check the contents of this directory also. So when you executed nmcli con del name of this connection, then the configuration file of the connection also got deleted, right? You can bring down a connection by using nmcli con down name of the connection. And let's go through the history again. So these are the commands which we have executed. These are the commands: nmcli dev show, nmcli con show, it will display you the connections, nmcli con up name of the connection, and nmcli Dev status is going to display the status of the devices, whether they are connected to a connection or not. nmcli con show hyphen hyphen active is going to display which connection is active at the moment. This is the command which we will use in order to create a new connection. nmcli con add con name, then name of the connection, type ethernet, if name, then name of the interface, auto connect no, IP4, then IP address and the gateway address, right? And in order to bring down a connection, nmcli con down, name of the connection, nmcli con up, name of the connection is used to bring up a connection. And this is the path which contains all the configuration files of networking. And you can edit this file by hand by using the vim editor, or you can use nmcli command in order to edit a connection. So nmcli con mod, name of the connection ipv4 dot method manual, then IP address. This will be used if you want to change the IP address, or you want to edit this connection. Here in this command I am changing the IP address from DHCP to the static address, and this is the address I have given, right? And this is the command which is used to reload the connection. And in order to delete a connection, you can use nmcli con del, then name of the connection, right? So one way is by using file, second way is by using nmcli command, third way is you can edit the connection by using graphical interface. So all you have to do is you need to click on the button which is given on the top of your screen, and it is the network settings button. And when you click this tab, it will open the network manager by using graphical interface. So when you click here, it will display you this connection is right now active. And in case you want to change the settings, you can click here, and then IPv4, and you can fill the fields here. You can fill the DNS address, and after that you need to click on apply, and it will be saved, right? In the same way we can change IP6 networking also. This way we'll be covering in further tutorials. So this is all about IPv4 networking, how we can configure IPv4 networking on Red Hat systems. Thanks for watching.